Doesn't matter what I do, does it? I'm apparently always gonna be late. Well, next week I'll be really late because I won't even be here, and then you'll be sad. Then what are you gonna do? I'm going out for milk. I'm never coming back. Exactly. I'm on time. Figured I'd be on time for the last stream for a little while. Hey Teal, how you going? I've tweeted, I have my juice, I have my tabs, I have everything I need to be a good streamer. Except for a good personality, but I've yet to find where I can buy one of those, so we're working on it. Hello. Soak it in, chat. It's the last thing you'll see it for a little while. Depending, it'll be at least 2 weeks, but it could only be 2 weeks, but it might be longer. Who knows? I thought about doing like a goodbye stream, and then I was like, well, what the fuck would I talk about? So instead, we're just doing this like normal. You read pre-stream chat? I do. I saw you saying Iron Mesh reacted to the tier list. She'd actually done that a while ago. I think, oh, fucker. Tao, if you're here, I forgot to respond to you, I'm sorry. But I do have shoes. I managed to afford some. Hey Magic, how you going? Hey Hannah. So what was I saying? I was saying something, chat. Something was going through my brain right there, and what the fuck is going on in the, hello? Hang on, wait. Do you guys see that in the live chat? Did you see the like emotes just fly past the... Am I tripping? I'm hallucinating. Oh yeah, it was the iron missing. I saw that a while ago because I saw Zen reacting to it. Yeah, look, bro. Right, hang on. I gotta be. Do you guys see those emotes on the right hand side? Am I like you know where the chat is? Live chat. Like, sometimes just random fucking emotes will fly past the chat. I don't know what they mean. Yeah, like 100. Who's doing that? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Do you guys not see it? Is it just me? Oh god. Have I finally lost it? Hey Jesus. Jesus, you mind giving me like a baptism? Bro, there are fucking smiley faces. What is going on? Alright, I need to Google this. I'm freaking out. Are you guys gaslighting me? You gotta be gaslighting me. Am I being gaslit? There's fucking emojis flying across my chat, right? Like from the bottom right of the chat, there's like smiley faces and blushing emojis and hearts flying up the chat. And I can't tell if you're fucking gaslighting me or not because you guys are a bunch of pricks. Hang on. How do I... Let me... Hang on. I'm taking a screen cap of it. How do I open this? Don't tell me to take my meds. Look, hang on. I'll add an image source and I will show you. Wait, fuck, I can't do that. Why am I so shit at OBS? God damn it. I need you guys to know I'm not fucking... Okay, I might just tweet it. That might be the easiest way to do it. By the way, on the tweet, the images are gonna say he forgot to take his schizo pills. I'm not responsible for... I want to... Look, I'm gonna tweet it. And that's gonna be... I'm not, look, okay, I can't tell if I'm being, okay, I need someone who I know won't gaslight me. Are there any mods? No, my mods will definitely gaslight me. Payson, hey Payson. Who can I trust in chat? I need someone I can trust. I can't trust any of you fucking people. Hippo, no. Yuki, right. Oh god, wait, I can't see them. Oh god, please don't. Nah, I'm losing it. Oh god, and people are doing memberships. Sorry, I was so occupied with tripping balls, I didn't realize you guys were doing memberships. Kuris, thank you for the membership. Let me. Are alerts working? I forgot to test alerts before stream. They are working. Kuris, thank you for the membership. Pens stream 4 moves, and I guess I have to blow my load. Don't blow my load. Don't blow your load. Don't blow anyone's load. Microwave. Microwave, you've broken my alerts again. Microwave. Got. You got that on Wednesday and you're not gaslighting, you don't see it. Okay, Microwave, I trust you. Thank you for using your membership message to say that. Mars. Did you really just type schizonumbral as your... Okay, look, I'm tweeting this. Look, hang on. Let me just, hang on. I will prove it to you. Look, here's the tweet. These are the, look, I see these things like flying past the screen. What are they? I don't understand. They've stopped now. It's fine. They've stopped. Okay. But like at the beginning of... oh no, like random hearts and shit. Is it... wait. Okay, chat. Chat. We're doing an experiment. Is it people liking the video? Is it like people liking the stream? Is that what causes it? Oh. Hang on. Alright, test time. If y'all can like... this is like the most convoluted fucking way to do it. I don't know if it's like, now I'm getting a bunch of fucking hearts. It might be the like. Yeah, it might be likes. Or it could, oh, is it people on mobile? Fucking mobile users. God damn it. I'm kidding. Alright, let's actually get fucking into the news, shall we? Enough of schizonumbral freaking out. Don't try dislikes. I'm farming likes, chat. I could Google it. I did try to Google it, but I didn't get anything easy. But let's just go. Let's just accept that Penumbral forgot to take his meds and is yeah, I'm farming likes. Cancel me. This was all... I actually know exactly what it is. This is all just a convoluted way for me to farm likes for you guys. Get fucking debated. Make sure to smash that like button. Yeah, because now there's more emotes than ever before. Look, fuck it, who cares? So yeah, this is the last news stream for a little while. Last any stream for a little while. If you're not familiar, if you don't keep up with the Penumbral news, I'm moving. Next Saturday, the 25th. Yeah, so in like 5 days. Oh my god. Are you opted into YouTube beta testing? I don't think so. I'm not a beta in anything. I'm an alpha. Follow Andrew Tate. That's a joke, by the way. Just I know it's the internet, but like I need to like /s that. I do not want to be lumped in with that group. You found the emote button to annoy Pen. The joy. Oh god, is it a button you guys can spam on mobile? Oh well. All right. Well, now I just see constant hearts flying up my screen. That's fine. Worst case scenario, I can't read chat, and then I, you know, who cares? So, shall we start? What do we want to start with? I even Googled it. It didn't give me anything. YouTube has secret emojis revealed. Fucking hate. I hate YouTube titles so goddamn much. Oh my god, just hate all your shit normally. Appears to be a new mobile thing. We got this emote pop-out thing I've never seen before. We don't see it in chat though. It goes over your face. Oh. Well, you didn't need to see my face anyway. You get the dumb Niji stuff out of the way? Yeah, sure, we can. Yo, Sloth, thank you for the super chat, man. Oh god, is that shit? Man, I hope it does work. Hooray.
We do a little trolling.
Although Mike Graves' membership didn't show up. I'm sorry, Mike Grave. My greatest apologies. I don't control YouTube. It does what it pleases. Thank you for the super chat, Aurora. Chill, Aurora. Wait, you changed your name? I'm just still going to call you Sloth. You're rebranding. Well, not to me. You're always going to be Sloth. Until you legally change your name. Shall we get the dumb fucking Niji stuff out of the way? This is by far the dumbest Niji drama in at least a couple weeks, which by Niji drama's standards isn't a lot, let's be honest. You missed the Numi sound alert? Look, I don't need Numi calling me Penumbra Sweetie 20 times in a row again. Thank you very much. Whoa. Yo, Domo, thank you for the super chat, man.
Have a safe move. Hope the internet is good where you are going and you don't misplace anything.
Well, don't jinx me. Thank you for the super chat, man. The internet, I think I've told this before, the internet in my house, the earliest they can put it in is the 31st, despite me booking it last month. I don't know in what world it takes a month to just send a man over to put the internet in. I don't know why I need a man to come put the internet in. I can do it myself. It's literally just, like, I know they have to act. Don't get me started on Virgin Media. Fucking, you'd think I'd relate to them, considering their name, but fuck no. He denied. But yeah, hope I don't misplace anything either. I hope I'm taking my hard drive and shit on the plane. I hope nothing gets, like, broke. Enter. So if you're not familiar, this is by far one of the dumbest Niji dramas ever, but here we go.
I have so many different, like,
basically,
that
Hex was
so
doing his
stuff,
his normal
and I'm
stream.
stupid, so it's just like,
I think it was for White Day, right?
Where's the fucking blicky? I need to destroy you.
So he starts. Hey, hopeful. Here you go. He starts going through his assets, and then he picks up. Oh wait, no.
Okay,
Hang on.
it's this. This is
They edited out what it actually was. I think the part of the VOD that actually had the image was I think it was deleted. I couldn't find it. No, so the fish was edited. It was actually, let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Is it this? Nope, this is someone reacting to it. That's not what where I can't find it. Basically, it was a fucking dildo. I'm sure you can imagine what that looks like, chat. I don't think I have to explain it to you. Yo, Ocean, thank you for the membership, man. Busy as heck lately. Finally managed to catch a stream and missed you, but I missed you too, Ocean. I'm literally leaving. This is my last stream for a little while. But oh my god, holy shit. Thank you for the 6 months, Ocean. Your alert will play, maybe, if someone wants to go fight the CEO of YouTube. I don't know who it is anymore. I can't even say Susan. I don't know who I can fight. I don't know why memberships are so weird. I think it's because, oh, wait. I think the reason, right, is, I don't know how it works for you guys. I don't know if you get like an alert to, there we go. I don't know if you guys get an alert to like renew your, like to, on Twitch it works like that. You show off your renewal. Like you show off your renewed membership with a message. I think it's because I get the alert when you actually renew it on the day instead of, that's actually good to know. So yeah, the reason it doesn't play is because if the renewal happens before stream, the alert comes before stream, but obviously I'm not streaming. Anyway, so basically that's what happened.
You didn't see that.
You didn't see that. Was it's basically an asset of him just holding a fucking sex toy.
Tell Eddie, listen. I forgot I had that. Let me remove that quickly. Which one was it? I have so many different.
Which does raise the question of why he has it in the first place, but ultimately, not a big deal, right? And I will say, yo, Falter, thank you for the membership, man. Again, I have to scroll through. You're on a 6-month streak. There you go. It's Neil. Oh yeah, Neil's the CEO of YouTube now. But replay that for you.
I am the bone of my soul.
So, the issue with this, right, is that this clip in and of itself is not news. The response to it isn't news, in my opinion. The issue is that once enough people, once enough people start talking about it and like, you know, making videos on it and making news about it, it kind of becomes news, if that makes sense. Like, the incident itself to me isn't newsworthy, but the news about it becomes newsworthy. It's a weird, like, fulfilling cycle, if that makes sense. It's not, okay, so this isn't drama in and of itself. The quote-unquote drama was the response to it, right? So, a lot of people made tweets, or I say a lot, a few people made tweets about, yo, Ocean, thank you for gifting a membership, man. Rivets. And Sloth, thank you for the 2 months. Stewardess is the longest word that is typed with only the left hand. What if I decide to use my left hand for the whole keyboard? Fucking debated. Thank you for the 2 months, man. So there was a lot of people, or a few people, essentially quote tweeting and retweeting, being like, there was like two sides, right? There was the Hex fans being like, don't retweet it, don't quote tweet it, because if you spread it, you know, like Hex might get in trouble, you know, this might be, you know, this might be bad, Niji might cancel him, Niji might graduate, and we don't want another graduation. Completely overreacting. The biggest thing was like the think of the children argument, where people were like, oh my god, what if there are minors watching Hex? There could be underage people, which, by the way, I want to point out, one, if you're underage and you're watching Hex, you get what you fucking deserve, right? That's like going to Pornhub and being surprised that there's fucking someone getting railed, right? Like, congrats on the upgrade to VTuber mode. Hey, thanks, Leaf. Like, you can't walk into a lion enclosure and get surprised when it bites your fucking head off. And not to mention, look at where the man is. He's in an actual fucking sex dungeon. Look at that shit on the back. I'm not very well versed in the shit. Even I know what that is. That ain't no crucifix, my guy. This isn't Jesus' bedroom. This is some fucking kinky shit, right? I hardly think a blurred, pixelated sex toy is the worst thing that's happened in this goddamn room, right? So, and then there's also the fact that Hex himself is just the fucking kinkiest motherfucker in nijisanji, I reckon, right? So, ultimately, the whole think of the children thing doesn't fucking matter. Also, Vox has done worse in thumbnails. I don't think Niji's gonna cancel him, right? Then you had the other people on the other side being like, Zion got cancelled for making an edgy joke, but this man showed a sex toy as if they're remotely comparable. Obviously, to anyone with a functioning brain, they're not, but like, showcasing mildly sussy content in a stream environment where it's expected that it's going to be wild is a bit different from all of the shit Zion did. To be fair, the think of the children argument doesn't work ever. I'm never a proponent of the think of the children unless you're on a completely, like, unless you're in a space where it's like expected that it's safe for work. Like, if you're, for example, on YouTube Kids, if some like shit gets onto that, sure. If it's on a kid's website, if it's on something that is like a reasonable person would expect it to be like moderated or safe for work. Outside of that though, like if you're on the internet, you're on your own. I don't think the whole think of the child, nobody else is responsible for moderating what your kid sees. You fucking deal with it. You're the parent. Holy shit. Like, also, if your kid is on the internet, they've seen worse, right? Bro, everyone who grew up on the internet has seen some wild shit. You have seen, like, truly horrific things. This is hardly groundbreaking. And then, there's also the whole sort of, I guess, argument of, what the fuck is gonna happen if a kid sees that, right? People always say think of the children like it's some sort of like end game argument, but like what is the end result of that. Right? Like, what's the worst thing that happens to a kid? Worst thing is that the kid doesn't know what it is, and he goes and like asks his mom, and then the dad gets a good fucking chuckle out of it. Because you would laugh at that. I would laugh at that. Mum might not laugh at it, but yeah. Right? Like, it's hardly fucking innocence shattering. Anyway, that's not why I'm talking about this. If that was the sort of it wouldn't really be news. The reason I called it dumb Niji drama is because it's dumb. Because it's not really drama. There's a few people that basically said that it shouldn't be spread. There's a few people that said that it's dumb that Hex got away with it and the Zion didn't, even though they're not remotely comparable. The issue for me, and the issue, I've spoke about my issue kind of with the VTuber news scene a little bit recently. And I do try to make it as, you know, non-personal as possible. I always try to make it clear that I don't have an issue with like the news people themselves, right? I don't have an issue with Q and I have spoke. He's a nice guy. You know, spoke to him in Discord. I've spoke to False a lot. I don't really have an issue with either of them personally. However, I do have a little bit of an issue with, especially Q, the way he titles things sometimes. I think leads to drama that maybe isn't necessary. So like there's this, again, I don't want this to be like a call it or and again, I've spoke to Q. I think it's possible to keep difference of opinions like personable and not inflammatory. I'm not trying to like fucking start drama or anything, but titling it Zion Lancer fans want Nijisanji English VTuber gone, Hex slips up on stream, and then is he next? I don't know, it feels inflammatory for what is ultimately a very minor situation, if that makes sense. Like I don't think it's that serious. I don't think, you know. Yo, Kudus, thank you for the super chat, man.
Think of the children. Yeah, because the kids are really going to be
You're not
hurt by
wrong.
a pink plastic toy.
And look, I know Kyo basically, he gets the clicks. He does this to get clicks. He gets views. I know why he does it, right? I get it. I understand. I'm not trying to hate on someone chasing the bag, and I don't dislike him personally. I've said this before. He's commented about it under my stream where I've talked about it before. We're very, I don't know, ham about it. We're not trying to start any fucking beef. It's just a personal opinion or creative difference, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't like this, and I don't like, because it's how, essentially this basically a very minor incident, right? Where it's this clip, the vast majority, I do want to point it out, the majority of even Niji fans and even Hex fans don't consider this an issue, right? To them, you can see it, you can go based off like the initial chat when it happened, you can go based off of the replies to the clip. The vast majority of people were like laughing about it. It wasn't a big deal, nobody really cared, it was a funny haha. That is a very cute, I do approve. I'm a big fan. Most people were pretty chill. You know, it is very much like a minor thing of like 2 or 3 people tweeting about it. They got like 16 likes maybe on the tweet over, you know, like, I don't know. I'm trying to word this. Basically, this isn't a story to me, right? Teal, are you Shiro's fucking, have you been employed by Shiro to sell me soup now? Basically, yeah, to me this isn't a story, right? He's not the worst. Yeah, oh yeah, he's not the worst. Oh god, are there worse clickbaiters out there? Oh my god. Even there are some clickbaiters out there that for the VTubing community that are oh Jesus. There's some stuff about hexing parasocial stuff on Twitter that was weird. That is true. So that was another reason. There's 2 reasons essentially I covered this. One, so I can, oh, I got something in my eye. Holy shit. One, so I can talk about kind of my opinion on the news and the reporting of it. The other was to talk about Hex. Hex is, I've spoke about him before. Hex is a bit too parasocial to me, to the point where it's a little bit almost, and I need to be careful with my words here, it's a little bit like predatory, and I don't want to. It's a very tenuous, hesitant. Don't cancel me, Niji. I'm sorry. Like, just the way he interacts with his fans, like the whole thank you for the super chat, gives them a kiss, encourages them to vent, and then it's just strange to me. His entire demeanor is very strange to me, and I don't want to come across as like an ooh Hex bad, but like I feel like shit like this is gonna keep happening because when you have this parasocial fan base, you essentially, the reasonable, I guess, normal people gonna get pushed away because every time something like this happens, people see the response of the like the very parasocial audience, and to show, I'm trying to be, I don't want to be like accusing someone of something without any evidence, right? And I don't really know the right word for it, but if I can show you the stream that this happened on to kind of show you the comments and the kind of shenanigans that are going on, right? So this is the stream, right? Let me pause this.
And I, of course,
get
get to stay here.
So
and we can talk this out, yeah?
I don't know about predatory might be a bit too much. I don't quite know I don't know the word for it. I don't really want to accuse him of something, but it's like so yeah, like this has turned into a weird section where I'm just like
where
exploitative is maybe the better example. I'm not sure how much I approve or enjoy making a sort of a personality and an audience based on you sort of being a pseudo therapist, them venting kind of to you, and giving you super chats, and then you kissing them in response and saying sweet things to them. It's a little bit on that edge for me of, okay, maybe we've gone a bit too far. Maybe we should have hit the brakes, right? And I don't want to be accusatory or like call him personally a bad person. I don't think that's what it is. I think he's playing the game, right? I think he's farming the audience that is the biggest for male VTubers, which is absolutely the parasocial audience. If you look at the biggest VTubers and the biggest male VTubers, they're all massively parasocial audiences, right? For the most part. There might be a few exceptions, but for the most part, the biggest male VTubers are parasocial as fuck, right? He say not to vent in Super Chats a while ago, though? He did, and then he encouraged people to vent in the Streamlabs, which I don't think is better. Vox situation, but it's turned up to 11. Yeah, it's just, it's I guess strange to me the extent of I guess that's the issue, is the extent of the parasocialism, right? And the sort of encouragement of it. And then there was also the thing that this happened a while ago. We talked about it when it happened, but like there was, you know, people sort of like self-harming and then like posting it on Twitter for like attention from him, and like that's not his fault. Really enjoy hanging out at Hex streams. Are very comfy and intimate. It definitely is too much for a lot of people. Yeah, it's just, I can get what the appeal is. It's just, it's a bit strange to me to, I guess, the ultimately the problem, right, is that with these sort of parasocial relationships, you ultimately get a lot of people like vying for your attention, right? And when you have that many people vying for your attention, you have people that will go out of their way to do wild things. That's not the streamer's fault, but it is a natural consequence. And then you have sort of the venting and the therapist outlook, and then the encouraging people to go in super chats and Streamlabs. Again, I don't want to encourage I don't want to like accuse him or say he's a bad person. It's a bit weird to me. It's a bit strange. It's a bit maybe too far, in terms of what I consider to be. Because, okay, here's how it works, right? you have a parasocial audience. That parasocial audience wants attention, right? You give attention to the people that give you super chats. You give them kisses or whatever, which is a bit strange, but you know, and you whisper softly to them, you thank them, you call them, I don't know, good girl or whatever, right? And then, you know, people think, oh god, in order for him to notice me, I need to send him money. And then they do. And then it's that sort of, you know, you see what I mean? It's not, you never want to blame the person who's just sort of working the system. They're not necessarily to blame for the underlying fucking issues that cause people to seek parasocial relationships. But it is teetering on that edge of what I would consider exploitative behavior. If I think that's maybe the best way I can word it. It's just, it's a bit maybe too far to me. Let me see. It's just, I think that's about the best way I can word it. Honestly, all the parasocial relationships in the VTuber scene are a little bit strange to me, and a little bit on that sort of, I don't know about the morals of this, right? But, and then you can also make the argument, it's not really that different from like OnlyFans, right? When girls post pictures of themselves on OnlyFans and guys send them hundreds of dollars for no reason, you could frame that as being somewhat exploitative, but really it's just people working a system to get money. It's a very complicated issue, and I'm very much not qualified to pass fucking judgment on it. Partially Niji's fault for the character being so parasocial. Don't think it was a good idea to give him student council role. That is true. I don't think that was a solid choice. He is very comfy. He's not my kind of streamer, obviously. I don't normally go for that kind of boyfriend experience, comfy, slow vibes. I don't dislike him. I don't, you know, it's just it's a bit complicated. But anyway, we've talked about Hex before. I figured I'd go a bit deeper into my thoughts on him given this opportunity with the whole fucking dumb drama. And I would like to reiterate, the whole drama around the fucking sex toy was dumb. Not only was the initial sort of people like clutching their pearls about it dumb, but the massive response it got in terms of like news response was a bit dumb as well. If people get enjoyment out of it, I don't see too much of a direct issue. But you can make that argument about anything, right? Like you can make that argument about like loot boxes, right? Would you say loot boxes are, I mean, some people would, but some people would argue that loot boxes like are sort of predatory on that dopamine rush of gambling, right? And sort of exposing a massive group of people to it is essentially exploiting their addiction to gambling for money. It's, and then like where do you draw the line, right? In terms of like what's okay and what's not. I don't know. I'm not trying to pass myself off as the fucking moral arbiter of the internet, right? I don't fucking know. Yo, DeBeast, thank you for the membership. But it's just it's on that edge of morality for me where it makes me feel a little bit strange. I'm not trying to say I'm the fucking most moral person on earth, but it's like it's a little bit on that edge for me. A little bit on that, I don't know how okay this is. I don't know how this is moral. It may be legal. I don't know if it's moral. Hey Rose, we were just talking about Hex and the dumb drama and how I feel about his general parasocial approach to VTubing. Why I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of that, leaning into it this heavily. But then again, I may be fucking wrong, who knows. I'm very wishy-washy on this shit, mainly because I don't feel like I'm equipped to be like a moral judge
Numberal
or anything.
parasocial voice pack when?
Oh yeah, let me whisper wake up messages to you and call you a good girl and kiss the mic. Just a lot of nuance in these things. Yeah, exactly. It's a weird gray area where it's considered kind of okay to essentially kind of exploit or prey on, I guess, the I don't want to be fucking accusing anyone of anything, but it is, you know how fucking, if you look at like OnlyFans, right? The girls that they post fucking nudes or whatever, and guys send them hundreds of dollars, right? That is preying on the loneliness of guys, right? That is sort of, the reason that works is because there's a bunch of fucking lonely guys out there that are willing to pay $200 to, you know, essentially see a titty for some fucking reason, right? And people generally don't have a problem with it because they're working the system, but you are kind of playing into people's insecurities in order to get money from them. You know what I mean? It's a very strange situation where, like, they're not at fault, but it is a bit weird. Anyway, fuck it. I've repeated myself like 20 times because I don't really know how to wrap up this section. He said to vent, not trauma dump. Again, I agree. I think he did say not to trauma dump, except he did say in the Streamlabs, and then I think he backed up a little bit later. It's just the entire vibe is just a little weird to me. Just a little bit. Not massively, just a bit strange. Nuance on my drama. I feel like you have to approach. I feel obligated to approach these situations with Alex. Can you stop fucking repeating the same thing? I saw you. I don't care. What's the difference between vent and trauma dump? It is a semantic issue. Mostly, generally, venting is like talking about minor issues, maybe that happened in your day, whereas trauma dumping is talking about how your dad beat you with a stick or something like that, you know? Venting is a healthy way to share negative emotions, reduce stress. Trauma dumping, you overshare in a way that it makes it also feel wrongdoing toward. Yeah, exactly. Trauma dumping is just going too far for this situation. But the issue is, again, how does the average person judge the difference between them when you encourage one and discourage the other? It's a weird line to walk, you know? But whatever. Especially for someone who's not trained to handle it. Again, strange. Yeah, there is a thin line, and you're trusting probably a lot of teenage people to make that value judgment on where the boundary lines. And if there's one thing teenagers probably don't know very well, it's boundaries. Let's see. Shall we move on? Is there anything else negative that happened this... Oh, there was the Nexstage stuff as well. Okay, let's do the Nexstage stuff. This is actually kind of interesting. I assume most of you guys probably aren't familiar with this, right? It's probably not going to be what you came here for. It's probably not what you're interested in. However, I do think it's kind of interesting in terms of, like, me, I guess, because I think I didn't say anything, so I think I could say this. Nexstage actually reached out to me when they were first sort of announcing their... If you don't know, hang on, let me just really quick bring you up to speed on what Nexstage is. This week has been pretty positive, which does scare me because if I know anything about the VTubing community, it works in cycles, and we're at a high point. We're gonna probably while I'm gone, the fucking community is gonna just explode. So let me just bring up. Is this one of those deals where they ask for a pre-debut ad endorsement? Yeah, and a few people I know, a few YouTubers actually took them up on it. I refused. One, because I thought I was moving at the time, and two, I just, as a principle, don't take. I don't do pre-debut like sponsorship deals. I don't do many sponsorship deals just because I'm not a huge fan of them. But I, as a rule, generally don't do pre-debuts because I don't know you. I don't know what your fucking deal is. I've never met you before. I don't, you know, I'm not going to promote something I have no fucking interaction with, right? I actually get a lot of these. By far, the most sponsorship offers I get are probably for pre-debut VTuber generation. People asking me to like talk about it and promote it and whatnot. And like, sure, if it was like, I don't know, fucking Idol or something, someone, you know, an agency I'm familiar with, that I know, that I've watched, I'd probably take them up on it. But like, I get hit up with by completely new VTuber agencies with no talents being like, hey, do you wanna promote us? I'm like, no, I'm okay, thank you. Nothing against you, but like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then, so this is Nexstage. by all means seem to be pretty solid. They seem to have a pretty good idea of what they were doing going forward. And they sort of hyped up this concert they were doing as their debut, is basically being like a one-of-a-kind 2D and 3D concert thing, right? So it was, hang on. Where is it? Yeah, so it was a live 3D concert debut, right? Which is an ambitious way to debut an agency, right? Is to start with a 3D concert. It's a very big investment when you don't have a pre-established audience. I'm not sure if I'd recommend it, especially considering the technical difficulties. When they reached out to me, they kind of said that they were, if I remember correctly, they were like, we are, you know, a one of a kind. There's only 3 places in the country that can do what we do. It's going to be like apparently everyone already had a 3D and a 2D model, and they were going to do this live debut concert with all the talents. And then it happened, and it was scuffed. Apparently they ended up doing the mixing out of a closet in a bathroom, and you know, apparently they're gonna redo it. I'll see you later, Ocean. And then so that happened, which, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's expected or that, you know, I kind of called it by not agreeing to the promotion, but I kind of called it. It was even when I actually I reached out to a YouTube friend of mine. I know I have occasional YouTube friends, and basically asked their opinion on it, and they were like, yeah, it seems a bit ambitious to go from no debuts, no talents to immediate 3D concert on, you know, advertised on the level of like Hololive and Niji, right? And then 5 days ago, the reason we're talking about this now, 5 days ago, 2 of the talents graduated, which has to be a fucking record. Like when I think they debuted, like, so they debuted on March 12th, and then March 15th 2 of them graduated, which is might be a record. Yeah, again, I don't want to dunk on them for having ambitious intentions. I don't want to be that guy that be like, oh, look at these guys fucking trying something new. I don't want to be that fucking guy. But there's a difference between being ambitious and biting off more than you can chew. I think they bit off more than they could chew in this case. I think the smarter plan would be to do a normal debut, get a bit of an audience, get a bit of a, you know, a viewer base, and then maybe jump to the concert. Like, so, you know. So I think they have 5 members. 2 of them are gone. I think one of them that left, what was it? It was like Plumariel, was it? Yeah, Plumariel. I think she was like the biggest talent, I think. So, and I think oh, they're not following. I think the accounts are gone as well. So, yeah. It's unfortunate, in my mind. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious. There's nothing wrong with having good intentions and wanting to try something new and not follow the group. But when you hype yourself up to that extent and you say we're doing a one of a kind, you know, on the same level as like all these other agencies, you're setting yourself up for a disappointment if you're not like really sure it's going to knock it out of the park, right? Even Idol, with all of their fucking debut and advertisements and animations and shit, even they didn't do this much for their, like, they didn't aim this high, so... Anyway, yeah, it's not really a drama thing, it was just unfortunate. Honestly, I would have loved for them to pull it off. I think that would have been cool. I think it would have been cool for them to be able to pull it off and show that, like, new agencies can kind of hit at the same level as experienced ones. But there's a reason that they're the big agencies and they have experience, right? So, unfortunate. I am going to keep following them and see kind of how they go. I'm not entirely sure how they're going in terms of debuts and like progress and whatnot, but I do wish them the best. Anyway. Idol didn't really aim high, they just executed flawlessly. No, Idol did aim high, but they aimed high in the right way. They didn't aim high by like doing a massive, amazing, like, oh my god, you know, concert or whatever. They aimed high by doing marketing. You know, the it sucked. Well, it didn't suck. It's unfortunate, but it works, right? That ambitious concerts and big dreams and whatnot tend to not work, but fucking shoving an ad in people's face and like branding yourself and marketing to a lot of people, that fucking works. It's tried and true. There's a reason people pay for ads. There's a reason that the big companies still put ads on YouTube. It fucking works. I swear to God, when Idol was debuting, you could not go 2 videos without seeing an advertisement of one of them. Idol also has enough money to pull off. Actually, interesting. Okay, I don't know if I was going to cover this, but now that you bring it up, Idol actually did a news thing. Fuck, where is it? I think someone put it in the Discord. I think that's actually where I saw it. Yeah, Falter. I think you put it in the Discord. Yeah, Falter did. God, I love that man. Falter, I see you everywhere, by the way. I just want you to know that. I see you in like so many fucking streamers like chats and shit. It's kind of funny. It's weird. I see a lot of you actually in different chats. I never speak in chats. I tend to lurk. But occasionally I see someone, I'm like, I know that person. They're in my chat. You're cheating on me. You're cheating on me. How fucking dare you? You're meant to only love me, chat. You're my parasocial Andy. So yeah, Idol Idol released, I think they're doing like a weekly news thing. I think this is the CEO. Basically, they sort of talk about Idol Origin, where they're rebranding their HE generation. Essentially to kind of keep everyone in, to sort of, I think it's to like lessen that divide between them. We're supposed to love you. You don't love me? Oh. Fine. I'll go take my parasocialism elsewhere. I'll get a real girlfriend and then you'll be crying. Let's not kid ourselves now. No stream like 3 times a week. Stream more and we'll never leave you. To be fair, I stream like 4 times a week. And when I move, I'm gonna be unemployed. Hell yeah, like a badass. Which means, 1, I'm going to be in a timer until I starve to death. 2, I am going to be able to stream more. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. So they talk about the re-debuts. And then he goes into like the financial situation. And then he talks about how they're not profitable, essentially. Over the past year, February was the only month we managed to see profit. Immediately reinvested those earnings by hiring a team of over 15 video editors to further support our talents. Might appear as if we have an endless supply of money. The reality is that we operate in a very strict and limited budget. The experience our team possesses understanding how to run startups effectively. That is true. They definitely came out swinging and did things a lot better than everyone else. Who is it now that's doing... Is it AN that's also doing like advertisements, I think? It is true that most businesses aren't profitable right away. And I don't know the... Again, I'm not a fucking startup expert. I'm just a dumbass. I do science. And economics is like on the other side of a fucking knowledge barrier. Economics is probably like the... I don't get economics. I hate economics. I can't fucking stand it. Money and markets and fucking supply demand, cannot fucking stand it. Keep that shit away from me. Ugh. Gross. Ew. So I don't know, but surely you want to keep like a little bit of money. Surely you want to keep a little bit of profit and like put it in a little bundle somewhere so that you don't get completely fucked.
Stay with my body.
Yo, Kudos, thank you for the super chat.
Subathan when?
I might do one when I don't know. I'd probably do it on Twitch is the thing, so I'd probably try and grow my Twitch a bit more before I do it, instead of doing it on YouTube, because that'd clog up my feed. And so this is actually interesting, if you're curious about how Idol runs. Yo, Falter, thank you for the super chat, man.
The fact that OVL straight up said, yeah, we're not profitable makes me feel a lot better about it, TBH.
Yeah, well, Idol is kind of goated. If you were to ask me, the two ends of like VTuber agencies, right, in terms of management, is on one end you have Wactor, which we have more Wactor news, a small amount, and then on the other end you have Idol. I think the two are like sort of opposed in terms of, I think Idol is pretty goated management. It seems like Idol actually has some really solid fucking like behind the scenes management going in terms of knowing what they're doing and planning and sort of getting shit on track. Whereas we know the story with Wactor now, right? We're all caught up. We're caught up on Wactor. We don't. Kawa is up there as well. AN is actually doing alright, but we haven't, I guess, seen. They haven't been around for a while. They haven't had their first like drama. Then we'll see how they handle it. Kawaii is pretty good. A lot of the indie companies are actually pretty good, but Idol is the first one I've seen where I'm like, dang, you are fucking killing it, my dude. And it kind of does show that, like, yes, talents are important, and Idol has some fucking goated talents. That's true. You need two things to really actually get a good VTuber agency up and running, right? You need good talents that are entertaining and know what they're doing and are able to entertain an audience, but you also need good people behind the talents, right? Otherwise you're gonna crash and burn, and you'd probably be better just starting up as an indie, because as an indie you can't crash and burn because you can't get off the fucking ground. It's like the good and bad thing of indie VTuber, like starting as one. It's very hard to get an audience. It's very hard to sort of get started, but you also can't really fuck up because it's hard getting started. One of the issues with agencies face is that you start up and you get an immediate boost of viewers because you're a new agency and everyone's like, oh, who's a new agency? So you get that initial audience. If you fuck it up, you crash. So, you know, it's sort of like an all or nothing gambit, whereas if you start as an indie, you don't start with much, but like you can only really go up. Be interested, I don't know. I have debated like applying, obviously not to like Idol or Kawaii. There's not really, I'm trying to think, there's not really like a solid like indie male VTuber agency, thinking about it. Because Kawaii's all female. I think Idol's all female. Is Kawa all female as well? I'm pretty sure. I think Kawa's all female. I'm not entirely certain. FaZe is all female. There's no real like Wactor. Fuck. I gotta cut off my dick, man. Holding me back. What has it done for me recently? It's fucking useless. You don't think Kawa's a... Oh, hey, Relis. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Kawa does have Koa as well. Make one. I'm gonna start my own VTuber agency with blackjack and hookers. Except all the hookers are male. But it is weird. There is, I guess, if you were looking for like a gap in the market, I guess that would be it. There's no real indie male VTuber agency. And I know saying indie agency is a kind of a contradiction, but you know kind of what I mean? Not like a Niji or a Holo, like a FaZe or an Idol kind of thing. You know, like a smaller agency thing. I'm not starting one. I wouldn't know where the fuck to begin. I'm terrible at time management and people management and every other kind of fucking management. So, you know. But if someone else does it, hit me up. Moonboy Hooters. It is expensive as fuck as well. Like, where the fuck do you get the money from? I don't have that kind of money. Bro, I need to eat. I've eaten nothing but Cocoa Pops the last like 3 days. I mean, Cocoa Pops are good. Anyway. So yeah, I don't know. Idol's pretty good. I'm kind of curious to see, like... I'm actually curious. I think we're in a sort of interesting spot in terms of, like, quote-unquote... I don't quite know what to call them, because they're not indies, obviously, but they're not quite as corporate as, like, Niji and Holo. Smaller? I don't know. But we're in an interesting spot with regards to these sort of, like, more indie agencies where they're actually... The numbers they're putting up are actually starting to sort of near compete with the big boys. Not the big boys, not the biggest Hololive streamers, obviously, but, you know, there are some, like... talking about numbers is obviously cringe. You don't want to, like, put that on someone and be like, oh, let's compare numbers. You don't want to be 4chan. That's all 4chan ever fucking talks about, is who's getting the most viewers at any given point. But there is, like, an interesting thing where, like, what was previously kind of dominated almost by a few really big indies and the big corporations, like, small agencies are starting to get up there. So... yeah, like, Idol's competing with Niji, and I feel like they're only going up, whereas I'm not sure about Niji. Niji worries me a little bit sometimes. I'm not entirely sure where Niji's going, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. What else was there? It is really cool to see. I mean, because, like, yeah, some of the... Niji's not going down, I'm curious if Niji is maybe hitting something of a saturation point in terms of the number of streamers they have and the market they have. Obviously, they have, like, their Japanese sort of group is way bigger. So obviously, I don't know if they're going to keep doing that for their English branch, but I don't know. I feel like, for example, when the next Hololive EN debuts, it's going to be fucking massive. It's going to be fucking massive. Think about it. Think about if Hololive debuted EN Gen 3 next month. Think of how fucking huge that would be. The number of viewers. People have hyped that shit up for like a year and a half, right? Whereas when X Soleil debuted, sure, it was big and people were interested, but it wasn't like, you know, groundbreaking, because it was like, oh, another Niji gen. And I'm not trying to, like, write off people and be like, oh, you're not important. Like, I'm worried that Niji is sort of pumping out too many VTubers instead of keeping I feel like keeping a smaller group that's a lot more focused is better than doing the nijisanji Japanese strategy of just having like a fucking million. But then again, nijisanji Japanese, from what I'm aware, is doing absolutely incredible. I'm not sure if it's just a difference in the audience. Maybe it's just there's less English viewers, or I don't know. It's also true that, yeah, the Hololive talent acquisition is insane, whereas Niji has had quite a few issues with talent graduation and dramas and whatnot recently. So, but then is that an issue of the talents or the management? Because we've had a few management issues as well. If each new member boosts viewership over by 1%, they're going to keep adding people. I know, it's true. I guess it depends what you want, right? Do you want 100 people each average, like each getting, you know, a few hundred viewers, or do you want like 10 people but they all average like several thousand viewers per stream? And also that you then getting into numbers and economics kind of kills the magic of it, obviously, but as a business, it is what you have to consider. Is boosting viewership overall by 1% worth the added expenditure of a talent? Probably, knowing the super chat. Like, and again, it does depend on the super chat revenue as well, which is why parasocial streamers are kind of encouraged, because they get fucking bank. Have you seen parasocial VTubers? Holy shit, man. Get fucking thousands of dollars of streaming super chats. It's nuts. It's fucking wild. So, I don't know. It depends. I mean, that's all I was saying, is that we're in an interesting spot, right? We're in an interesting spot in, I guess, VTuber community history, where I'm not actually sure where it's going to go. I don't know if the two big names are going to keep pulling ahead. I don't know if we're going to see more of a shift towards smaller, more indie kind of ish agencies like Idol and Kawaii who are starting to do big numbers. I don't know. That's all I was saying when I started this, was that we're in an interesting spot. And I'm disappearing for 2 weeks, so, you know, let's hope nothing happens. Vox Akima's top 3 super chatted overall in 2022, not top 3 among VTubers, top 3 overall. I know, it's just how it works. It's... I don't know. We're living interesting times. I need to start pandering to people. I need to start pretending you guys are my fucking girlfriend or some shit. I don't know if I could do that. I've never had a girlfriend. How the fuck would I pretend you guys are one? I don't know what to do. You wanna go get some fucking McDonald's? Play some Minecraft? That's my idea of a romantic time with a girlfriend. Get some fucking Maccas and get some modded Minecraft booted up. That's my... Can you tell I'm a stud? Man. Girls can't keep their hands off me with that kind of date idea. Anyway. I will actively cause drama while you're gone. What was the next? Do we want to fucking... Modded Minecraft does go fucking hard. Pretending to have a girlfriend while playing Hollow Knight, so I think of pull off. Didn't she end up being my sister though? I'm not exactly having a good fucking track record. I've pretended to have one girlfriend and it was my fucking sister, so... You said that by being a date, so like, okay, you don't have to fucking flex on me, Rose. Get fucking normie, Fucking... Ever had a... I'd be interested to see... I was tempted to say if you've ever had a relationship get out, just to see how, like, what the viewership number would drop to, just as a... It'd be funny if it just did, it went up.
Steel is my body, and fire is my blood.
Anyway.
Emo Niji is in a spiraling rut. They haven't had anyone really stand out in a while and they're already on N Wave 7.
Yeah, and it feels bad because I don't think any of the talents are bad. That's why I was saying maybe it's just a saturation thing. You know? Yo, Kudos, thank you for the 20 quid, man. And Danny, thank you for the super chat.
I think the VTuber corpo space will be very interesting to watch over the next year or clear
Exactly,
that the smaller corpus are trying to make their own way now and not just copy-pasting the Holo Sangio blueprint.
Exactly. It's an interesting spot to be in. I'm interested to see where we go from here and how the space develops. Because it's, like, I think it's because more and more people, especially in the mainstream, are starting to notice VTubing and be like, oh, this is a big fucking market that we can tap into. So we're starting to get more, I guess, money funneled into startups, people willing to commit more. Even that Nexstage thing we saw, while maybe scuffed, you can't deny it was ambitious and they tried. Like, there's more people willing to put more into a VTuber agency at the beginning. Who knows where the fuck we'll go from here. What I'm interested to see, because obviously we have vshojo, which isn't really an agency like Niji or Hollow, it's a bit different. I'm interested to see if we'll ever see another agency like that, right? Because you have Niji, Hollow, vshojo, and then you have what I'd consider, I guess, like the smaller ones, like Idol, Kawaii, Kawa, AN currently, shit like that, right? I'm interested to see if we'll ever see an agency sort of get to the same level, if we'll ever have like the big three, right? Where, because vshojo is a bit different in that it doesn't tend to like debut talents, it tends to get people that are already talents in, and it's also it's very set on being like a smaller, like, one talent a year, I think, at this point, right? So I'm kind of interested to see if we'll see one of the smaller ones sort of get to the point where they're near Niji. I'm not sure. God, I'm talking a lot more. I'm kind of dreading having to end stream at the end of this, because I'm not going to be able to fucking speak to you guys for like 2 weeks. It's going to make me so fucking sad. God. Should we... care about you? I don't know if I care about you. I do enjoy speaking to you guys. I enjoy streaming. Okay, when I say miss you, I don't mean all of you. I miss certain ones of you. There are certain people in chat that I do enjoy, that I like. Most of you, nah. Falter I'll give. Falter I give the steal of approval. Falter's goated. Kudos, also goated. Some of you could do with a little bit of a lobotomy. Let's do Wactor. Fuck it. Let's get that out of the way. So the Wactor news actually was, let me just... Yo, Heretic. Thank you for the super chat, man.
Vshojo is more of a VTuber union than a traditional
That's true
talent
as well.
agency.
That's true. Vshojo isn't exactly... That's what I meant. They're different. They're not like a traditional agency, you know? So there's a few... I think there's two things with Wactor that I wanted to cover. One is news. One is actually I want to ask you guys for help because I can't quite decipher what's going on and I'm curious, right? So I'm going to have to ask, especially if there's any like Spanish speakers in chat, I'm going to need some help with this because there's... So the first bit of news... is that another one of their talents graduated again. So just bring up the tweet really quick. I should have had it tabbed, but I'm a moron, as we've established before. I think it was Kuma, right? Would Vector be the first true black company considering how badly they treated talents? I think so. I'm actually planning on, if Wactor ever goes under, which God I hope they do, I'm actually probably going to make a video about it, you know, like kind of depressed Nosagi style, like going into the history and everything. I think I should probably hide this. Just with Wactor, you never fucking know if it's going to be like a dox or anything. Yeah, okay, so we have another Wactor graduation. Don't call me Pedumbral, what the fuck? Yeah, Wactor's final yab. I don't know. I'd probably tell you, I don't know, like the most predatory VTuber agency or something like that. So you know, you get the clickbait going. Got to get those clicks. So we've got another VTuber graduating, Kuma, which is fucking how many VTubers are left? If we go through, we have 1. She's gone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, maybe. Did they dox that person yet? I don't think they've doxed anyone else, but they're still going through that dox is still up. Yeah, yeah. The website is still fucking dead, isn't it? Which is weird. Like, has no one fixed their goddamn website yet? I know there's only like 2 people working for them, but come on. Yeah, and I think a lot of the remaining talents aren't like even streaming properly. So most of Gen 4 is MOA. You meant MIA. Yeah, I figured you meant MIA. Yeah, like, so I don't know. I think it may be being DDoSed, hopefully. So obviously more people graduating is good, but what I was curious and what I wanted to get your opinions on is I saw there was 2 new VTubers debuting. 2 new guys. Let me pull up their Twitter really quick. And I couldn't tell if they were Wactor VTubers or not. And I'm kind of curious. It's a bit strange. I'm not entirely sure. So let me bring them up. And the reason I ask is 1, someone put in my Discord that they probably were, and 2, their debut announcements and shit got retweeted by Wactor VTubers, right? So if I scroll down, so this is a new. Also, I'm kind of shook at the amount of fan art. That's also strange to me. Not that I'm trying to like fucking critique, but it's like this whole thing is weird to me. Alright, so Ibarra Kieran and Tenrai Calvis, fucking VTuber names, man. They're both apparently a part of Deus Rosari? Is I don't know, fucking Rosario X Vampire? I don't fucking know, man. Probably distance points from bad Wactor press. That is my thought as well. I'm just looking for any fucking
They
evidence.
absolutely are Wactor. Wactor just does not want you to believe that.
Paul, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I'm of the same opinion, but I'm looking for like hard evidence, right? But it's weird to me, right? So 22 hours ago, they posted, I think this is like their first tweet, right? And if we go down here, 22 hours ago. So this is like their debut tweet. It's 60 likes, which is already weird because I can't see anywhere else. Again, this is why I'm asking for help. I couldn't find anywhere. Like I typed in Deus Rosaire into Google. It only came up with their Twitter. I don't know where the fuck all these people. I don't know where. Like I don't know how they got this many things. The only thing I can think of, the only thing I could see was that. Who was it? I think weirdly, I think it was Kuma that actually quote tweeted it. That's a weird image. Yeah. So Kuma, who was, I think, was she still on Wactor at the time? No, she's, so this whole situation is weird, right? Like, so March 16th, she announces she's graduating. And then this is March 19th, but she retweets this saying welcome, which like, and she says welcome to him as well. So I don't know if they're Wactor. I don't know if they're not Wactor. I think someone else also quote tweeted this as well. I don't know, like, it's weird, right? Because like, okay, oh wait. Stella is the rebranded Wactor branch, isn't it?
Steel is my body, and fire is
Yo, Fault, thank you for the super chat.
I left the evidence in Vtuber news discussion.
Yo, thank you. Let me scroll down. Oh, scrolled up. I was watching you guys argue about things. Oh wait, whereabouts is it? Both accounts were created yesterday. Pretty much every corporate VTuber account was created weeks or even months before the actual debut. Yeah, but I mean, here's like I think definitive proof, right? Stella is the rebranded Wactor. Is a rebranded Wactor. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. What was it? What were the fucking rebrands? It was like Stella. I think it's on their wiki page. I think it's on here somewhere, right? Where is it? I think it was, yeah. Stella is the Spanish one. VV Gamers is esports. Meta Music is music. Novas is English. And then this one is Chinese. So, someone from Stella said a new kohai, which means they are from Wactor, which I guess proves where the fan art and shit came from. Although I will admit, I'm kind of shook. It was kind of weird how much fan art was made so quickly, right? Like, even with the retweets from like the bigger Wactor names and shit, like this is a lot of fucking, like that's not fan art, but there was a lot of fan art made really quickly, which is strange to me. Like considering that his first tweet got 60 likes, it's a bit I don't know. This whole situation is weird. From what I can see, it looks like this is a new Wactor branch that they're not calling Wactor. Wactor's nowhere in their name. But they are actually debuting under Wactor. They were doing male editions earlier, which does, I guess, line up. I thought they were Indonesian. It says English okay. Leads me to believe maybe he's actually Indonesian. His whole... Look at his YouTube banner. Oh, it does say Wactor, hang on. I can't see it all. Why is it cropped so fucked? Hello? And let me hide this just so I'm gonna search image and I don't want it to show like, I don't know, something wild. Oh no, I can't do that. Maybe if I inspect the element. Where's the actual image itself? I'm hacker man. There's gotta be, the image has to be in here. Wactor, yeah, it says Wactor Boy second generation. I'm not entirely sure if I'm not entirely sure if the cropping was an attempt to hide it, or if it was just a shitty crop. Both are kind of funny to me. The fact that they just, yeah, if you could post a full image, that'd be appreciated. Because I'm trying to inspect element to find it, but it's a bit hard. I don't know what's funnier. The idea that they tried to crop it to hide it and failed, or that they fucked up the cropping dimensions. Both are kind of funny. But yeah, so here we go. You can kind of read it. Wactor Boy's second generation. I assume the other guy has the same. Where's the other guy? You. Oh, fuck, this is his head's gone. Wait, no, this one doesn't say Wactor though. This just says Deus Rosire. Did they make it themselves? The fuck is going? Bruh. Even beyond how shit Wactor is, the fucking production value. Something tells me that these guys actually probably had to make this themselves, knowing how Wactor is, right? They probably had to make their own fucking banners. Graphic design is my passion. Look, you can't hate on the guys. They've probably been dealt a terrible fucking hand, right? From what we know of Wactor, from what we know of Wactor, they don't supply their talents with fucking anything, so... okay, here's... Thank you, Falter, for uploading the full image. Here's the full image. So... maybe Tenrai didn't get the memo that they're trying to fucking hide that they're part of a black company. But like, holy shit. It sucks because it kind of works almost, right? Like if you weren't familiar with Wactor and all the shit they've done, I think it'd be very easy to see them. Because assuming you didn't find them through like that Kohai tweet, I think it'd be very easy to like see them and not realize that they're Wactor, right? Because it's hardly fucking advertised. Which I think is scummy. It's just... I kind of figured that like the way we counter it, right, is by knowing what the rebrands were. So knowing like Estella, VV Gamers, or whatever it was. But if they're just going to start making up fucking names for their new generations that aren't Wactor, how do we keep track of it? Like, assuming he didn't make this mistake and didn't put Wactor in his name, and his, senpais or whatever didn't retweet it. How do we know? For all I know, you guys could be fucking Wactor VTubers. What if I'm a Wactor VTuber? What if that's the big fucking twist before I leave? That's the plot twist. That's the end of season 1. Turns out I was Wactor all along. I'm the CEO. I am Maid-chan. It's not the talent's fault. No. It's the company. Anyway, I don't know. I'm so sick of... I want Wactor to go down for multiple reasons now. One, I want them to go down because they're a piece of shit, and I want, I just don't want them to be a company anymore. But two, I want to be able to make a video about them, and I don't want to do it until they fucking go under, because then, by the time I make a video about them, chances are 10 new bullshit fucking things will have happened. Nexstage, you can't do management like Wactor. Someone call MatPat. We need a game theory on this. What if the real Wactor was the friends we made along the way? No, the real Wactor is the friends you shot along the way. Oh, it's like the fucking... What's that called? A grimdark version of... Isekai. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Where are we? What are we doing? Have I covered everything? No. One, done that. Done that. Done that. Done that. So we've got, I think four like fun things to talk about. Yo, Falter, thank you for the super chat, man.
Sadly, I think Wactor going down is going to be a long, brutal war of attrition.
Yeah.
Their operating costs are just too low.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard when literally the only operating you cost... Like, what are your operating costs as a actor? You don't give your VTubers fucking anything. Except, I guess, a model. Like, there's no upkeep, because you're basically... It's like OG Machinima. Like, do you guys remember OG Machinima? I know there might be some Zoomers that don't remember, but most of you guys probably do. OG Machinima was basically the same, right? Where it would get a bunch of VTubers weren't a thing. It'd get a bunch of YouTubers into Machinima, right? And then in the beginning, it seemed like a good deal because if you had like a couple hundred subs or whatever, you were getting no views. You could essentially join Machinima and get featured on their channel and get outreach from a channel that had, I think at the time, like thousands, hundreds of thousands of views. It seemed like a good deal. And then they take like a cut of your revenue. And they sort of controlled and kind of owned your channel a little bit. But then, as you got bigger, it kind of became very apparent that you got nothing for it. Like, they didn't give you anything. They didn't give you... They said they would give you advice. They said they'd give you, like, sort of a manager, but they never really did. They didn't offer any good advice. They didn't give you any benefits or perks, but you were signed into a contract, which means... like... Yeah, and it got you monetized as well. It was like one of the few ways to get monetized. But you eventually reached a point where you were bigger than you didn't need them anymore. They weren't doing anything for you, but you were locked into a contract. So essentially, Machinima just had this like money farm where they had a fuck ton of people under them, all generating money for them that they didn't have to do shit for. It was like just owning a bunch of free employees printing money for you. It was wild. Wactor's kind of the same, except worse. And I didn't think I'd ever say that someone was worse than Machinima, but here we are. Yo, Beck. You're on your break at work? Thanks for the wishes for an easy move. The move's gonna suck. There's so much shit to do. I need to get all my work settled at my job. I need to pack everything, and I need to get there, and I don't have a bed, and I won't have a microwave. There's no microwave in my new house, so I'm gonna need to buy a microwave again. It's gonna suck, man. I need to get myself a new computer, and then I was looking at, like, GPU prices, and oh my god, they're fucking expensive. You'll be featured on our channel along with like 100 uploads daily. Yeah, that was true as well. There's furniture, but there's no like bed or couch. So there's like a fridge, which is good. But there's no... The biggest expense is going to be building my fucking PC again, which is why I'm taking as much as I can with me. I'm taking my like motherboard, my CPU, my RAM, maybe even my cooler. I don't know. I'm going to need to buy a new GPU. I don't know. I looked at getting like the 4090, but the 4090 is like fucking, it's like $2 grand, which is like 3,700 Australian dollars. Like what? I'm gonna get a 4070 Ti, which is more. It's a good card. It's better than what I have, but it's slightly more affordable, like 800 quid. But still, it's like a month's rent. Get an AMD. I've considered AMD. It's just I've never had an AMD GPU, and I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I hate to be brand affiliated. It makes me feel like a fucking moron. Be like, no, I like the color green. I like to stick with my team, bro. But like, I'm used to NVIDIA GPUs. I know how they work. I know how their like interface works, the control panel and shit. I don't know. It's scary. I'm going outside what I know. We can look at Hime's new model. How about that? So, if you don't know, Hime is supposed to be a vshojo member. She hasn't streamed like at all in the past little while, and then she came back, and who? Where am I? Who? Oh, poor Hime, man. I think she renamed her Twitch to just Hajime. But then her Twitter is just Hime. Look. Like, her Twitter is Hime, and then her Twitch is Hajime, and I don't know what to call her. Who? I didn't know who it was. But she debuted a new model, which I was still worried might get me bonked on YouTube. I was a little bit concerned. If you notice in the short, I went specifically for the part of the video that she moves the least, so that maybe it would fix the YouTube employee who has to review, that poor man that has to review my fucking uploads. All my uploads get demonetized instantly now, and I have to wait for them to get reviewed before they become monetized. It's kind of annoying. These plushies just remind me of that fucking, you know, the Astolfo plushie, and the one that calls you gay and sucks your dick. Do you remember that? And I hope you guys remember that, or I'm gonna sound fucking weird. Hime Hajime, more like who? But yeah, so she debuted a new one. I think the coolest thing with the fingers for me, and the wings were cool, she was cool, but she had some fucking claws. It was great. Huh? What do you mean what? Do you guys not remember that? She had like, look, she has some fucking nails. Holy shit, Grog. Get some nail clippers, Jesus Christ. Yeah, she streamed 2 days in a row. It's mental. We truly live in amazing times, lads. 2 Hime streams. Did she wipe her ass? Asking the real questions. I mean, I don't know. It's not too far off some fucking girls I've seen with like acrylic nails that are like claws and shit. I've seen, oh, do you know what fucking makes me cringe? You ever seen a girl type with really long nails? They like type with their nail. Weird. Long nails are weird. I'm just gonna say it. Just have fucking short nails. It's way easier. I think that tail is a tentacle, because of course it is. But then we also had... Hime also had a song. What was it? Beauty Honey, which I don't think I can play without getting bonked by the copyright system, but it is here if you want to go listen to it. There you go. It's 2 seconds. Congratulations. Fruit keyboard. Yeah, how does Fruit play fucking Apex with those nails? They add +2 to unarmed. Yeah, they're basically fucking Khajiit. Well, if women were a race, they'd be cat girls. You can quote me on that. Very good. Yeah, it was a good cover. It was pretty. I mean, I kind of knew she could sing from the what was it? The Zombies cover. The Zombies cover is also goated. I would highly recommend. But yeah, so hopefully this isn't a debate and we will actually get a lot more streams in the future. Because Hime has been known to pull a dad and go out and get some milk and never come back. What else was there? So we have the Mythic. We have the new Mythic talent acquisitions. We have the Hololive 4th Fest, and then we have the VOMs. Well, the VOMs 3rd anniversary, there's not really much to say. VOMs basically had a... I guess, yeah, Hime probably wouldn't have to go out and get milk, that's true. The VOMs anniversary was basically just VOMs had an anniversary. They had the 3rd anniversary. My neck. Pikami is obviously graduating end of this month, which means at least she got to see her anniversary, the 3rd year. It's still sad that she's leaving. It is unfortunate. But she did like a Q&A thing with oh fuck, what's her name? It's like fucking, I can't, Japanese names, man. It's oh fuck. Oh shit, it's in Japanese. The name is in Japanese, folks. I don't know. Hang on. Where is it? Yeah, I don't know. What's her name? The red-haired girl. The one with hair like fire. You know, where it's like orange and then it goes to yellow. The one that's in the Kill the Hole fucking clip. You know that one? Everybody's seen that clip. The Kill the Hole. Can't remember her name. Tomoshika. That's the one. Tomoshika is fucking... I can't remember Japanese names at all. Got a block in my brain. But yeah, so they had a Q&A thing. Sorry, my neck. They had a Q&A thing for their anniversary, and I think they're doing like a pop-up shop where they're selling merch. So if you want some Pikami merch, I think you can get it there. We have the Mythic one, which is interesting as well. So Mythic Talent, if you're not familiar, if you weren't here last week, Mythic Talent is essentially, it's like a talent agency, like a talent management agency. Let me just name some. It's kind of like UTA, which Iron Mist joined earlier in the year. But it's sort of I don't know, it seems to be taking over the VTuber scene. So let me choose that date on purpose so she can still be here for the 3rd anniversary. Yeah, I thought that as well. Yeah, who's gonna be my Carol? Started pressing the 100 button as way 10 as I joined the stream and he started talking about Pikami graduating, brother. Oof. Yeah, the new React things are strange. I still see the emotes flying past occasionally. I think I'm just gonna have to live with it from now on. But yeah, so this actually happened as I was recording my the fucking short. They got RPR, they got Fifi, they got Yochi, they got Sayu, they got there's the hundreds, they got Nux, and they got V, which is on top of all the people we talked about last time. Fucking God knows how the fuck they're gonna afford it. I mean, I think they're not. They joined January 2023. They're pretty new. Where the are they an offshoot of something? Are they like a subsidiary of like a bigger company? Because I can't quite grasp how they've made such a big, I guess, org is what you'd call it from. I don't know. Yeah, they are filling the VTuber Pokedex. Are they from OTK? Ah, yeah, that would explain it. Yeah, OTK is kind of backed by OTK. Yeah, apparently, that would check out. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm interested to see kind of what this does to the scene, because it seems like they're acquiring a lot of the big VTubers, right? I think the only ones I can think of like really that they haven't got are they tend to be UTA or other talent agencies. Like I know Shoto is a UTA person. So who the fuck knows? Yeah, there's a lot of the big indies. Fucking Fifi. Fifi's fucking profile picture. Yeah, Bao and Shoto are with UTA. So, I don't know. They seem to be just fucking buying them up. I don't know what the contract's like. It must be good for them to, this many people to buy into it. So, anyway, mission. They seem legit. I don't think this many like established creators would join if the contract wasn't good. So, they seem to be okay. But yeah, I mean, maybe keep an eye on them. No, they are legit. They are. These people are joining them. They're not just fucking talking shit. Coming for you next? Nah. I think they're going for like big Twitch streamers mainly, from what I can see, and I'm neither big nor really a Twitch streamer. So, am I eating something? I think I'm just chewing my own teeth. I'm hungry. Getting there on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is, to be fair though, I don't know. most of my YouTube subs and audience come from like shorts, which isn't really the same vein. Although when I move and I, you know, have no job, I will have time to just kind of devote everything to, well, not everything, I'm gonna have to look for jobs, but I will be able to put more time into making YouTube videos. I have the I said this last week, I have the next indie VTuber experience ready. I just need to, I'm going to schedule it to upload when I leave. So I leave on the Saturday. I'll schedule it to upload like Sunday morning, Saturday night. And then the shorts will upload over the next 2 weeks, assuming I can get them scheduled on time. So then hopefully by the time I return, there's been some videos gone up. And then when I get there, I'm just going to, once I get my PC ready and the internet up, I'm just going to work on fucking grinding out some videos. I have a few that I really want to make, that I've wanted to make for a while, but I just don't, it's so hard to find time to fucking make videos. It's such like a, compared to like a short or like a stream, making like a full-length video is like such a fucking investment, and I just, ugh. But oh, I should hopefully be able to, like, I have a whole ideas, man. Where's my ideas document? I have an ideas document, chat. I have an ideas, hang on, where is it? Let me see. Where is it? Is it here? Yeah, ideas. I have the ideas document, the fabled. I'm not going to read it all out to you because some of them are goddamn awful. Let's see. I mean, I have some for like anime. I do want to make a couple more like anime videos. Just like about like ReZero and shit. They probably won't do very well because the anime ones don't, because it's not my audience, but they are fun to make. And then I had an idea of doing like a VTuber experience vid, but like do it for the Japanese VTubers like Hololive, but rather than like getting translated clips or anything, just feed everything they say into a fucking Google Translator and use that. Have it like that. And then put the script through Google Translate into Japanese and back and read that, and it would just be like a shitpost of a video. What else is there? Oh yeah, I was gonna do like a Lamino style video about like the top 10 VTuber facts kind of thing. I did that one. I was gonna make a boomer's guide to VTubers, where like I try and explain VTubers as if I was talking to like an 80-year-old. There's just a fucking idea here. There's just a fucking bullet point with no explanation of how Pippa's feet saved VTubing. What was I fucking smoking when I wrote that? That must have been a fucking shitpost idea again. Anyway, let's close that fucking document. Let's get that out of there. Let's close that one. Make it. I might when I move and when I have more time, the fucking vids that I end up making might be a bit lower quality. Because I just pump them out. I have a few of those shitposty ideas as well. Not the Pippa grippers. What was last? I guess the Hololive 4th Fest, right? Again, there's not much to talk about, but I did want to mention it because it was pretty cool. So if you didn't see it, first of all, I'm so sorry. Second of all, essentially it was like a... I don't know what the copyright thing is like in this, or about what like reacting to it is. I don't want Hololive to shove a spear down my throat. It's kind of a bop though. A lot of the songs were actually really kind of a vibe. And then there was also the memes about the Kai guy Nikki. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know if you guys saw the overseas bro. There was like two overseas people in the audience that the camera kept coming back to. It's kind of funny. And a lot of memes were made about them. How to get 3D models on stage? I think it's the same as fucking Miku, right? Hatsune Miku, right? Like the it's like a sheet of acrylic or see-through things, and it has like a bunch of different projectors from different angles. It's been a while for a while. Don't you remember the 2-pack when they brought fucking 2-pack back to life? I think you can't see the entire thing. I think if you want to see the entire thing, you have to get a ticket to see the VOD, because I couldn't find the Corona one. This whole honestly, it was kind of a vibe. I don't normally like this kind of music. I'm more of like a rock kind of guy than this, whatever you call this. But it's kind of a vibe. And then obviously we had the honestly, I was kind of surprised by how good Bae is at like dancing. Obviously people were obsessing over Bae's hips and irises because of course they were. You like idol music? It's not really my normal cup of tea, but it's kind of good. Bae did let loose. It was kind of cool to see her, like, I don't know. I don't know if she just trained a fuck ton or if she actually has like she must have some sort of like dancing experience, right? I can't dance to save my fucking life. I don't know how people dance. I'm uncoordinated as fuck. Always have been. Since I hit my growth spurt and all my limbs went all fucking gangly, I've never been able to really coordinate myself again. It's unfortunate. She took choreography classes? I know she clearly practiced. I don't think she came out the womb like this. That'd be a bit insane. I just didn't know if she had like official training before Hololive or if she was just did a fuck ton of practice. She used to be a dancer. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You never recalibrate? Look, I don't know what it is. It's like a thing. I'm not the only guy that it's happened to, but like when you hit your growth spurt really quick and you grow a lot and then you stop, you just never really get your limbs back. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, maybe when I hit second puberty, I'll get it. But, yeah, I don't know, I just, too long, my limbs are too long for my brain to handle. But, yeah, thankfully I'll never be an idol, so I never have to dance. Could be a fun punishment stream, though. But I'd recommend if you just want to vibe watching the VOD here. Again, the actual full thing I think is paywalled here. Yeah, I think if you buy it, you can still get access to the VOD. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Maybe do some Japanese research. I don't know. What else is there? Oh yeah, we got the oh yeah, Hololive EN is getting its first concert in July, which is cool. $57, yes, you can watch the VOD until April 18th. Cool. And then does it become public or do they just delete it? But yeah, I might be able to do some like VR content because I don't have a VR set because I've never had enough space. But in my new place in Scotland, I will have enough space, so I might be able to get like a VR setup going. It'll be in the future, obviously, because again, fucking money. Like, I'm already gonna have to fucking rebuild my PC, and you guys know how much fucking like a deposit on a house is? Bro, being an adult sucks. Everyone wants to fucking take your money. It's bullshit. Doesn't matter what you do, there's always some cunt around the corner that's like, oh, you owe me like $2 grand for some bullshit you don't know about. And it's like, well, fuck me, I guess. So, but eventually I will get there. This fucking adulting. But yeah, we're getting the Halloween concert, which should be good. I think that was everything I wanted to talk about. It was a pretty chill week, honestly. Not a ton of drama, not a ton of things happened, which is a good wind down stream from my last time. I won't be. This will probably be the last news stream for at least. I say at least 2 weeks. I leave next Saturday. So I'll get there on a Sunday. And then the internet goes in on the 31st, which is the Friday. If everything works out, the internet gets in, all my PC parts get delivered, everything works, I might be able to stream not next. No, I'll leave the week after next. So it might only be 2 weeks, right? So it might be next week and then most of the week after until like Saturday, Sunday. If not, it should definitely be the week after. So maybe 3 weeks, maybe 2. Give or take. Hate to admit it, but I'll miss you. Aw, I'll miss you too, Rose. Begrudgingly. I'm gonna miss. Fuck, I'm gonna miss chat. I'm gonna miss streaming. What am I gonna do? Well, I know what I'm gonna do. There's a reason I'm taking a break. Is because I'm fucking packing and shit. I have so much to do. I have too much to do, but nothing fun. It's like I can still hear his voice. So yeah, that I think. I don't know. I'm not gonna like drag this out. Fucking end of a rom-com. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. I think that was it. I think it's everything. Everything I wanted to talk about. Is there anything? Any last words? I don't know. I got recommended like a video for like top 5 plane tragedies yesterday, so maybe God's trying to tell me something and I'm gonna fucking get shot out of the sky. So if, you know, my plane crashes, is there any last words I should have? Good luck. Don't die. It's fine, I'll take my parachute. You want some soup? I don't think soup is good for healing falling out of an airplane, but you never know. R.I.P. Bozo. How should the funeral be held? Cremate me and then scatter my ashes at Cover Corps headquarters. Just don't do that, it's a joke. Just in case. I don't think I'll die. I don't think anyone of you, like, nutters would get access to my ashes, but in a slim chance. I'm not getting cremated. My body is going to science. Take all my organs and then donate the rest of it to science. I don't want to fucking be, like, bro, I'm gonna be dead. I don't give a fuck. You just do whatever the hell you want, man. I've always, I don't know. I think it's like a religious thing. Anyway. Oh, yo, Rose, thank you for the super chat, man.
Enjoy watching the Whack situation blow up while you're gone. Place your bets on where it's gonna go.
That's Falter. Falter, thank you for the super chat as well.
Good luck with your move, Penumbral.
It sounds just like you, Rose. That is exactly what your voice sounds like. Yeah, I know. I will be on my phone. I'll still be on Twitter. I'll still have access to Discord. So if like shit happens, I can still weigh in. I just can't make a video about it. Maybe I should do that like Twitter space thing. Where like I talk, but there's no like VTuber. Yeah, the moment I stop and take a break. That's why I'm hesitating to end stream. The moment I hit end stream, I guarantee you Wactor will like shoot a person. Wactor will commit like a war crime and I'll be like, for fuck's sake. Anyway, I should end. Otherwise we're gonna be here for a while, like for the next fucking 2 hours while I
have created over 1,000 plays.
Pro tip, don't watch plane crash investigations on the flight like my sister did. She now has a fear of aeroplanes.
Thank you for the super chat, Goodness. I wasn't planning on it, but now I will take that under advisement. Okay. This is... I don't want to say goodbye. Alright, whatever. We need to actually... Little delay. We need to find someone to raid. We should have been doing that the whole time. Chat. You let me forget my one job. The fuck? Let's see. Who do we want to raid now? We can raid someone. It's a shame. I wish like False or Rayla streamed more on YouTube because then I could raid into them. Rifu starting in 10 minutes. I'm not raiding Rifu 3 times in a row. I'm not that fucking desperate. I'm not that desperate. Chat, shut up. I have standards, okay? They're not very high, but I do have them. Somewhere. And also, the longer I look for a raid, The longer I don't have to end stream. Let's see. There's Panko. We're not. I'm surprised Nina has raids enabled. There's Katarina and there's Ophelia. I know Nina's streaming. I'm not gonna raid Nina. You kidding me? It's something. There's something about raiding corporate VTubers. It's just. I don't know. It's too. I don't know. It's like raiding an actual celebrity. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know. I know Panko's corporate, but isn't Panko like she's phase? It barely counts. all the phase people are fucking nutters anyway. I think she's wrapping up anyway.
To this completion.
Yeah.
But I do really like it, and I am really enjoying it.
I think she's wrapping up. She's in her just chatting section. I'm going to use that as the excuse to not raid her. I did raid Kiara, but she was mid-song and she didn't really notice, which is the plan. Let's just fucking pick someone. Let's just pick someone. Should Panko. Okay, why not? Kat is doing ASMR. I don't tend to raid into ASMR just because I know, for one, I know it's not some people's thing, and two, it kind of, I feel like it disturbs the ASMR experience. I don't know. ASMR isn't my thing, so I don't know what the etiquette is, but I just feel like it's probably safer to not. Well, I don't want to, because for me personally, ASMR makes me vividly uncomfortable. It makes my entire, like, it makes me fucking all my limbs shake and everything. I can't do it. So if I'm like that, I know there's probably some people in chat like that, and I don't want to throw you into the fucking deep end. So let's just read Panko. She's playing Mortuary's assistant, I think.
You were cute with the autotune. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Literally my father.
I don't know if she's rapid. Fuck it. Let's just go. If I stall anymore, we'll literally never end stream. I'll catch you guys, I don't know,
Thank you for letting
later.
me hide behind your tail. Don't worry,
I'm not weak, chat.
you guys
I just
can
don't want to
know
raid
you're
Nina.
hiding behind me because I'm the bravest panda. Yeah,
Also, I don't want to get the attention of Niji. What if they fucking kill me? Do you want me to die?
I think.
Yeah. Let's go. I'll catch you later. Probably. Well, in a few weeks. Maybe? If you don't hear from me again, I'm dead. Thank you guys for the thank you guys for the support and all the supers and the memberships, and we'll see you guys 2 weeks, 3 weeks probably. Try not to blow up the fucking world while I'm gone. Try not to let Wactor take over the universe. You know the drill. We have our we have our protocols, all right? Bye. Really need a sign off. Bye, cunts.